Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you. Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
Welcome to this episode of Dr. Jeff. Today we have some parents who have some trouble with their children at school and in the home life. And we have some special guests waiting for us outside to explain their problems, and the doctors are going to explain their solutions to these problems. And our first guest is Cassie. How are you, Cassie?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Take a seat here. So, Cassie, what's been the issues with your child?
Well, my 5-year-old Richie, he's just been falling behind in class lately. He's not focusing, and I don't know what's wrong. Can you help me?
Well, I can't personally, but luckily we have Dr. Lev Vygotsky to share some information with you. Welcome, welcome. Make yourself comfortable.
Well, thank you. So, what is troubling you today?
My boy Richie, he's 5. He's not focusing in class, he's falling behind, and I really want help for him. And sometimes he talks to himself. I don't know if that's a problem or not.
Okay, well, I actually came up with a sociocultural theory where I believe that social interaction can really help children in their learning process, and it leads to a change in their thoughts and behavior. If they need help riding a bike or swimming, any sort of interaction would be great. Teachers can help by imitative learning, instructed learning, collaborative learning. And about the whole mumbling to themselves, that is typical at that age. You should be expecting the private inner speech, but they grow out of it eventually. Are there any more questions?
I think you covered it all.
Okay.
You solved my worries, doctor.
I'm glad that I could help.
Thank you.
Well, that concludes our first episode. Thank you to Lev Vygotsky
You're welcome.
and Cassie, and we'll see you next time. And our second guest is a father of an aggressive child, and our next guest is Taylor, so I'm going to let him.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Excellent. Take a seat, make yourself at home. Luckily, our second doctor is Mr. Albert Bandura.
Oh, all right.
He's going to give us, a couple solutions on, things that you could do to help Brandon out. Nice to meet you, Dr. Bandura.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, doctor.
Pleasure.
Take a seat. Well, can you tell us a little bit about the problems that you've been having with your son?
Yeah, my son Brandon has been beating kids up on the playground. I mean, really beating kids up. And he was a really nice kid. And we don't really understand what happened because it just kind of happened out of the blue. And nothing's really changed. My wife and I, we raised him the same. But for some reason, he just likes to beat kids up.
Well, aggression is learned through behavior modeling, so through TV, their environment. So is there something happening at home that we're not aware of?
No, man, like I said, nothing has changed. So I don't know why you're trying to accuse me of something that hasn't happened.
Well, many individuals believe that aggression produces reinforcement, which will formulate into reduction of tension, financial rewards, gaining praise, and higher self-esteem.
Okay, I don't understand your mumbo jumbo, lady. My son Brandon seems he does.
Here's the thing. My social learning theory is the behavior theory that's most relevant to criminology. So self-efficacy, it's a person's belief in his or her ability to succeed in particular situations.
Okay.
It's recording.
Okay, so what are some of the solutions to this problem that he's having at home?
Well, Taylor, I think you really need to more moderate what they're watching on TV, maybe pay a little more attention. The kids they're hanging out with, like what they're doing outside of their home life, which could really have a big influence on their aggression and why they're being aggressive. If this is diagnosed early, their aggression, it results in fewer adult criminals, and I don't think you want will bring it to become a criminal.
No, ma'am,
So
I
you
do
need to-
not.
You need to catch this early. You need to listen to what
I
I'm
do,
saying, and
but-
you need to change, Brandon.
What about maybe something like karate or some sort of
Yeah,
martial
get him
art?
involved in extracurricular
I have been
activities.
thinking about
When
sending him
kids
something
have
like
too
that.
much time on their hands, they can get into some bad things, you know?
Yeah,
Bullying,
yeah.
being really aggressive, and that's leading them down the wrong path, and I don't think that's what we want, do we?
He's headed for greatness, Brandon, but
I
he
can
just
see
can't.
it. I believe it.
He's making these kids cry, and their parents call. What are we supposed to say? You know, sorry, my son's a
Yours?
beast. I mean,
Yeah, okay, you're his parent. You need to lay down the law.
Today on Kids Behaving Badly, we have a woman named Lisa who has a kid who is misbehaving. And so I'm going to introduce her to you guys. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. Take a seat. So discuss with us a little bit about your child.
Well, my child Emma, she's 5 years old, and she has lately been stealing other kids' toys, and I just don't know if I should be really concerned. She doesn't understand right from wrong yet, and I'm just really concerned that she's going to grow up to be someone that's going to steal from
Well, you know, that is a problem. And luckily for her, we have a world-renowned doctor, and I'm going to introduce him to you guys. How are you doing, sir?
Dr. Colbert, nice to meet you.
Dr. Jeff. Great to meet you, too.
Hello,
Hello.
Dr. Colbert.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What seems to be troubling you?
Well, my daughter Emma, she's about 5 years old, and she's been stealing other kids' toys, and I'm just very concerned that she's just not going to learn right from wrong because she just doesn't listen to me.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with my research or not.
No.
No? Well, that's unfortunate. Let me familiarize you with some of what I've studied over the years. So I think Emma's going to be all right, first of all.
Okay.
I've created some important theories that have to do with moral reasoning, and they my theory exists in 6 stages at 3 levels, and I think that your daughter is in the pre-conventional stage right now. And she has a lack of internalized standards about what is right or wrong. And she's making choices based on what she wants rather than the feelings of her peers. And I know it's tough because you want her, you know, to behave. But for a 5-year-old, according to my research, like, she's going to be okay.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah.
very...
Unfortunately, I don't think Emma's made it yet to conventional morality. Which is like accepting what is right or wrong in society and pleasing others.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you very
You're
much for
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. Do you have any other questions?
No, I
I can-
don't. That really settled my worries.
I'm happy. I'm happy it could.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and that's why I brought him here today, just to help out one of my good friends.
All right, thank you.
Today we have Cassie and her son Timmy, and he apparently has a great talent that I think the world should know about, and his mother's going to explain to us what it is.
Hello.
Cassie, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Hey! How are you?
Good.
Timmy.
Yeah, sit down there, slugger.
All right.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your special talent that you have, Timmy.
Well, my boy Timmy, look at what he's doing. Can you do that? I don't think so. And he's
I
only
can't.
5. He mastered the Rubik's Cube when he was 3.
Wow.
It blew my mind. Blew my mind. He's just so good, and when he starts on his Legos, there's no stopping him.
I did it. Look, Mom. I did.
Good job, Timmy.
Holy
Good job.
cow, that was quick.
Look at that.
That was quick, Timmy.
Let's
Wow.
see you do that. I don't think so.
No, I definitely can't do
Anyways,
that.
when he builds his Legos, he has like these visions of this Lego world, and it's like unbelievable. So things that I could never do. I think he's gonna be an architect someday.
That is amazing.
I
Well,
know.
according to Dr. Gardner, actually there are 8 multiple intelligences. Well, sometimes kids are average in other categories, so I'm going to see if Timmy can just read this simple piece of writing. Here you go, Timmy. Here's his Rubik's Cube, too. There you go.
I
Don't laugh at him, please. He's trying.
like turtles.
It's okay.
Is that right?
You'll get there.
I think no. I don't know.
Well, like
Wow.
I said, apparently your kid isn't gifted
No, I am.
in every category. But yes, Timmy, your Rubik's Cube skills are profound. Yeah, you can just keep doing that right there. And a majority of children are intelligent in one way or another. And such an optimistic view of human potential can help students successfully master classroom material when intellectual strengths are capitalized.
Alright, dude.
You've given us some really good information, but I still
Thank
think
you.
he's the best at everything.
I am.
At the Rubik's Cube, yeah, I think he is.
He'll get there with the reading, okay?
He is the best.
Don't
Yeah,
embarrass
so
him on national TV.
I would just say, just practice on the reading and, don't praise him for things that he's good at when he's
What?
not that good.
Let's go get some ice cream.
Let's go.
See, so
Ice
yeah,
cream, ice cream, ice cream.
today we have Jim here with us, and he's going to explain to us a couple of issues that he's been having with his daughter Isabel.
Put it there.
Put it there.
Jim.
Jim.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I like the enthusiasm. I like it.
You know, my child makes me enthusiastic. She's just a gem.
Good.
Yeah. Ain't that a hoot?
Sure is. Sure is. Once again, we have a world-renowned doctor. This time it is Eric Erickson.
Oh.
So I'm going to...
Yeah. I read about that guy on Google.
Yep, exactly. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Oh, put it there. Dr. Erickson?
Alright, so explain to Dr. Erickson a
Well,
little bit about what's been going on.
Like I was telling Dr. Jeff, my daughter Isabel, she used to be a great artist, and she kind of just has stopped doing all of her little doodles and paintings, and I don't understand why. Yeah.
Well, have you been encouraging her or discouraging her to do these activities?
Well, it's funny that you mention it, because lately she's been outside riding bikes a lot with her friends, which I like because I think riding bikes is an important life skill, and I've said, hey, way to go, Isabel. But I don't know.
Well, I have this theory, psychosocial development, and people experience 8 different stages, all of which involve a crisis from birth to old age.
Groovy.
Which the resolution of each stage is what directs a person's future in the direction they're going to go in. And the challenges in these different stages are refer to different concerns that someone has about oneself and their relationships with other people. So for our little Isabel, I think she's in the initiative versus guilt stage, which is typical for 3 to 5-year-olds, so she falls right in there. And it results in a higher drive towards independence. They're doing things on their own, and they have ideas about different kinds of activities that they want to pursue themselves. And I guess hers was painting.
It was.
Right?
She was a little Monet.
So by you discouraging her.
I never discouraged.
But you said that you wanted her to ride bikes.
I mean, I think that's an important life skill, riding bikes, don't you,
And
right?
did you tell her to go outside and ride bikes?
I may have encouraged her a little bit. I mean, just what a good parent will do,
Did you ever praise her for her painting?
I mean, she is only 4. They're good, but 4-year-old good.
You don't
so.
think she should be painting?
I know, like I said, she shows some talent, but
When adults encourage these independent activities that they're doing, the child gains initiative, which is the motivation to, intake in these activities independently, and they want to do it because they know that their parents are okay with that. But if you discourage her or tell her to do other things, then that results in her having guilt about having unacceptable feelings or acting inappropriately. Like if she does paint, then she doesn't think that you're gonna accept that is what's happening.
So you're saying if I encourage her, she'll take the initiative and begin painting again?
Yes, because right now she's torn between doing what she wants to do, but she wants to, you know, she looks up to you, her parent, and what you're telling her is really important at this age.
Wow, that was super informational, Doctor.
That's good.
Jeff,
Yes.
thank you, sir.
Good there.
Thank you, Dr. Erickson.
Well,
I'll see you
looks
guys
looks
later.
like Jim is out of here.
I'll have to go
Thanks
with courage.
thanks for joining us on another episode, America. Today we have Walter here to join us, and he's been having some more concerns with his daughter. So we're gonna discuss it with him and a world-renowned doctor once again.
Nice to meet you, sir. Walter.
Walter, nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Jeff. Take a seat, sir.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Jeff.
I understand you're having some minor concerns that you were curious about.
It seems like I'm always in here with a problem. No?
Well, luckily for you, we have Dr. Piaget here.
Oh, bring him out.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do
Yeah.
here. How's it going, Dr. Piaget?
Alright.
Excellent.
Nice to meet you, Doctor.
Nice to meet you.
So, Dr. Piaget is here to assist you with your concerns. So, just explain a little bit about what's been going on.
Alright, well, like I was telling Dr. Jeff, my boy Todd, he's really having a tough time measuring the amount of liquids in cups. And it seems like that's a really obvious thing to me and to most people, and even little kids, you know, but for some reason Todd just doesn't get it.
Okay, well, that's actually pretty normal. I came up with a theory of cognitive development.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, cool.
And it's basically saying how children are active and motivated learners, and how they have a really complex forms of thought because of the equilibrium.
What do you mean by that?
It just means that they don't have very simple reasonings to do things, so it's very complex. So I came up with 4 stages for my theory.
Cool.
Sensor motor stage, pre-operational concrete operations, and formal operations. And right now your child is in the pre-operational stage.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's between ages 2 and 7. And how old is your child again?
He's 5.5.
He's 5.5, so he's right in between that age. And so at that age, they don't really understand what we call conservation.
Okay.
And that means that they don't have that realization that if nothing is added or taken away, the amount stays the same regardless of the shape. So he just doesn't understand what the conservation means.
But you should, I think. Don't you? I mean, I want to be successful.
Well, just at the stage that he's in right now, he just isn't going to understand it. But later on in life, when he reaches the concrete operations and the formal operations, he'll begin to understand it as he gets older. There have been
Can you
test
guarantee
studies on
this?
it. He confuses the changes in appearances with the changes in amount of confusion in reasoning because the pre-operational stage depends more on the perception than logic. Does that make sense?
Wow.
It does. It does a little bit. Wow, though.
It's another. I feel like we had one more breakthrough once again.
Dr. Jeff, you're responsible for miracles.
I know. I mean, that's just what we do here.
I know.
On Dr. Jeff.
I feel enlightened. Thanks,
I'm glad I
Piaget.
can help.
Dr. Piaget. You really know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
thanks.
Shucks.
So I would like to conclude with some of the domains that we have also researched. First, I would like to start off with the social emotional development, and this includes the child's experience, expression, and management of emotions, as well as the ability to establish positive relationships with others. A toddler's social emotional development unfolds in an interpersonal context, specifically positive relationships with nurturing adults. And skill to use language in a positive way is vital to a toddler's emotional development, as well as interaction with other children. And if a child is liked by their peers, their whole world will be a great place.
That's very informative.
Yes.
And there's also going to be expecting physical developments in early childhood. They're going to have a change in gross motor skills, which can include running, hopping, skipping, and also fine motor skills like drawing, writing, learning how to hold scissors and cut with them. You also should expect a change in appearance, such as their baby face is going to be lost eventually. Their arms and legs are going to grow in proportions. There's also going to be that cognitive development. They're going to have rapidly developing language skills and frequent self-talk, short attention span, and distractibility. There's going to be some understanding and use of symbols, and there's going to be an increase in the recall of events. There should be expected socio-dramatic play and the reasoning by adult standards, but it's going to be often illogical. So that's what you should expect in a child ages 2 to 7.
And that about wraps up our presentation. Remember, invest in my 6-part series, and your child will live like an angel.
And she'll have fun, fun, fun till her daddy takes the TV away. Fun, fun, fun till her daddy takes the TV away.